What a wrap full is a way of going into a full from a hyper position where your second leg will not touch the ground, and instead it kind of goes behind you, sort of like a swing from the side. However, this is not a Grand Master, this is not a carry through, it's called a wrap, because it goes from the side and your leg kind of wraps behind. Wrap. So when you're trying to learn the wrap full, it would help to also have a crooked cartwheel, as with most things in tricking. So, you also really want the cart full, because this is an extension of that. Now, you want to make sure you're not doing what's called a cart off, because a cart off is when you do your spin, cartwheel, but then you kind of just land on 2 feet backwards anyway, turning it into a round off, or even a little crooked, but people still kind of refer to that as more of a round off than a cartwheel. And also, it won't really help you with the wrap full motion if you're punching off 2 feet. So when you have your cart full, you really want to make sure that you land a nice 1-2 pop, jump, twist. Yeah, should be steady and controlled. When you're going about doing the wrap full, since you're not bringing that second leg down, you don't want to wait for this to start jumping. So, as you're coming out of your cartwheel, your foot is either going to land backward or sideways. Personally, I stick more to sideways, so we're going to focus on that. As you're coming out, your plant leg is going to be bent. And as it's standing, your trailing leg, it's going to stay straight from the cartwheel. Once it's coming down past horizontal, it's going to bend a little bit, so make sure not to clip the ground. As it's coming down though, it's a really hard swing like that. And as it comes back, you want to make sure that this leg now turns this way. That's really only going to happen in this kind of area. And what that does is it gives you that little pivot and starts turning you already. And as you see, the opposite arm is going to kind of mirror that up top. It's going to be coming straight, bending a little bit, and then right here is where you're going to start jumping, and both your leg and your arm are going to pass and then pull in. And as you're coming out of your cartwheel, you're going to push, and you're going to kind of almost look this way, and then just really jump into it, and it should feel really easy. Fairly simple maneuver, will be just like your cart full. Also, a side note is to change the wrap full into a hyper or a swipe is actually really easy. As your leg comes back, you can just stay in this position for the remainder of the twist. That leg's going to be swiped down anyway, and you're on a step, and that's going to give you your hyper landing.